Hey everybody, this is Joseph, the Italian New Yorker living here in rural North Dakota. Now, I was born in Brooklyn into a nice big Italian Catholic family. And so I grew up Catholic. My parents sent me to catechism. Made my first Holy Communion. I was confirmed as a soldier of God, in the Catholic Church. Did the whole nine yards thing. And of course, the neighborhood that I grew up in New York actually was a Jewish neighborhood. So I had Jewish friends, I had Catholic friends, I had Protestant friends. I had a wide diversity. And growing up, I heard the term Bible Belt, but I didn't really exactly knew what it meant until I moved here to Valley City, North Dakota. Now, here in Valley City, we have 6,500 people, about 6,500 people. Yet we have 14 churches within the city limits. 14, which if you do the math, comes out to that's one church for every 450 people. Now, I don't know if that's a lot or not, but to me, that seems like a lot of churches. We have Trinity Lutheran Church. We have Faith Lutheran. We have Our Saviour's Lutheran. And then, of course, down the block is the UCC, the United Church of Christ, and across the street, St. Paul's Lutheran. We have Grace Free Lutheran. Wait a minute, Grace Free? Shouldn't it be free grace? I don't know if I want to go to a church that's grace free. We have Calvary Baptist Church, which is one of 3 Baptist churches that we have here in town. We have the United Methodist Church here in Valley City. This is where my wife goes. She's a good Christian. I asked her one time, I said, "Sweetheart, do you believe in the rapture?" And she said yes. So since then, whenever we go anywhere, I always try, just in case. We have the Southwest Bible Chapel, Southwest Bible Chapel, whatever that is. We have the Church of the Nazarene, which is also known as the Connect Church. And if you notice, they're in what used to be our auditorium. It was built in 1936 and fell into disrepair, but they bought the building, fixed it up. I think they invested over $500,000. It's beautiful in there, and now really happy because the building has been saved. We have the Catholic Church, of course. Now that brings back a few memories for me. Some pleasant, some not so pleasant, but I grew up a Catholic. And they also have a Catholic school, a Catholic elementary school attached, which is called St. Catherine's Elementary School. We have Valley Apostolic. It says, an exciting church where miracles still happen. At least that's what it says on their sign. We have Pilgrim Reformed Baptist Church, where they are proclaiming God's sovereign grace. And my favorite one in town, All Souls Episcopal Church. This is a beautiful stone church. It was built in 1881 and is one of the oldest in the state. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've been inside. The woodworking is spectacular. It's really neat. So, one thing you notice is that they're all churches. You won't find a temple here in this town. You won't find a mosque. You won't find an ashram. This is the Bible Belt, and they're all Christian churches. Now, truth be told, if you go to Fargo, they do have a temple in Fargo, and there is a mosque. It's about 6,000 Muslims in Fargo, something like 7,000, and have a population of about 150,000. So they do have a mosque there. And that's where I go to church, actually. I'm a member of the Unitarian Universalists. I'm an atheist, so I'm not a Christian, so I don't relate to any of the churches here. There's nothing for me here. But and for those of you who don't know what Unitarian Universalism is, basically what we believe, we're a collection of theists, atheists, humanists, Wiccans, pagans, all kinds of different people. But we believe we have 7 different principles, but the main thing is we believe that whatever speaks for you is right for you, that there is no one version of the truth. That each and every one of us has to find our own unique path to our spirituality, and we support ourselves in doing that. And that's quite a difference from the Judeo-Christian religions, of course, because they all preach that, like for example, the Jews, we're the chosen people. Muslims, there is no other God but Allah. All the Christians preach, you don't go to the Father, but you don't go through the Father, but through Jesus. You have to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Otherwise, you're going to hell. And the conservative Christians really believe that. The evangelicals, not only do they believe that, but they believe it's their duty to bring you to Jesus, to save you. Now, of course, I don't believe in hell, so it doesn't really, I'm not really bothered. But it was interesting moving here and experiencing all this. I'll tell you a cute story. Michelle at her church, the Methodists, one year during their Lenten studies, they wanted to recreate a Jewish Seder, and they were going to have the food and all, but they didn't have any matzah because you can't get any unleavened bread around here. So I said, don't worry, when I go back to New York, I'll get you guys some unleavened bread, because in New York there are plenty of Jews and all the supermarkets have it. So I was able to get us some unleavened bread, brought it back so they were able to have it for their Seder. But anyway, guys, that's just a little brief intro, exposure to what's going on here in Valley City in the Bible Belt. It's been interesting for me. So hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please share them in the comments below. Be curious to know what you think. And be well, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Hopefully you will like my video. Thank you, everyone that subscribes. I so truly am grateful for you for subscribing. So we'll see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.